Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am the rewatcher, Colton Robertson, and I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Today, we begin again. It is The Return, Part 1, with the subtitle, My Log Has a Message for You. It was written by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch, as all 18 of these will be. You have dipped your toe in the pond that is The Return. How are you feeling on the other side of things?
For one, it's been too long since I've had peaks in my life, and now that it's back, I feel normal again. I feel like I can continue as I once was. But
for the listenership, I know that the last episode was last week.
Yes.
We recorded that about a month ago, and we gave ourselves a little bit of a break.
Yes, a little proxy of what the real people had to go through, but much, much, much shorter. Not 25 years, just 1 month.
1/12 of
days.
1/25. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I did it in days, I guess, here. But I still got the gap, I was yearning for the peaks. And now it's back. I didn't know if I was going to hear the original intro or if it was going to be new.
You have
to. On the finale, I actually thought, like, when it played, I kind of thought for a second, is this the last time I'm actually going to hear this? And then when it came back on, it just felt so right.
And it just kicks in too.
No need to fucking change it.
Yeah.
But the new visuals behind it are pretty cool. So the waterfall, still important. Still no reveal of the waterfall for me. This intro's got the birds, the waterfall. We've got the owl reveal. Birds, no. Waterfall, no.
No.
Laura came down a river, I guess, that's a thing, but
right.
I feel, now we got the waterfall going into the red curtains, and the curtains are flowing, and then the curtains go to the floor, and we're all flowing in the floor. I think, we've seen one entrance into another realm, but I feel like what's behind that waterfall is kind of what I want to know now.
Oh. I imagine that since this is The Return Part 1, we have a few of you who will be joining us for the first time. This is what you can expect.
Yes, off of the intro alone.
Yeah, we haven't begun even, actually, and we're already hitting the ground running. So like I said, premise is that it's friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. We will not spoil things that happen in the future, or is it past, as they have said. We have a lot to look forward to, but I will never allude to I will allude to things, but I will never actually say them for Joe's sake. This is also a very hard show to spoil anyway, and the things that I would spoil, I would never even dream of it, you know what I'm saying? So I would never, I'll never spoil anything that happens after this. We will spoil things that have happened. So if you have just straight up not watched Twin Peaks, and you're jumping in with The Return, which I have, I don't think it's impossible that people have done that. They've just decided to watch The Return. We will say things that happened in the first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks. There's no doubt about that. So, just kind of be ready for that.
True.
And we're going to be going scene by scene through Part 1. So I'm very, very excited. And we can start with that intro. But before we do, I took to the online space. I put out a little call and response, and I got a few responses indeed. I asked them to give me spoiler-free spoilers to tell you.
Okay. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
Which was, the idea was that they would tell me things that you would not understand until later.
That is so, okay.
That was
That's
the only
awesome
rule.
that
You would not get it until later. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to lead with one that you have heard before.
Okay.
This is from Sarah on TikTok. Got a light?
Got a light.
Got a
Got a
light?
light.
Got a light?
I've heard that before.
You have heard that before. I've said it before.
Okay.
It was one of my sign-off. It was one of my sign-off lines.
I see. Yes. Okay. I was trying to think of in character. previous 2 seasons.
Nobody has said God, not in the context that you will eventually hear God of Light.
Okay, God of Light.
We got Molly on TikTok who said the glass box, which is the one you will most likely feel you have some sort of clue
Something
into right
on.
now.
Yes, possibly the glass. What's in the box?
What's
these
in the box? Demons, whatever the fuck that thing is.
What the fuck was that? So, okay, the glass
that was a really
box.
good example of how different this show will be than the original run of the show.
Yeah, the vibes are completely different. I mean, it's all Lynch. Like, I mean, even the most mundane moments are what? Is there something more going on here?
Yep.
Like, even just, not to jump too far, but just like Lucy and that random insurance guy coming in, like Lucy, the conversation she had before were always, she might have been a little awkward or, or things were like comedic, but this is, it's the Lynchian aspect now. I don't know. Everything has
Which
that air
one?
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could make a difference. Yeah, like the way she's saying it is specifically.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's like the town is different. It's 25 years, so there's a whole lot that's been going down that I have no clue about. And it seems that these people aren't quite, they've been through some shit, is what it seems like. Is like the message I'm getting is like, holy fuck, it's been some fucking time. But I don't know what that means. But yeah, I love how confused I am. And it felt more of like a classic sitcom-y, I guess, before, it does not feel like a
procedural
whatsoever.
Yeah, it felt much more like normal TV, and
Yes,
it was normal TV.
And
behind the scenes wise, there's a lot of interesting stories behind the production. Like David Lynch insisted on it being a full film crew at all times, which is not typical of a TV production.
No cutting corners. I like that.
No cutting corners. No, no made for TV. He basically he treated the creation of it like an 18-hour feature film, which is insane. But it really works. It pays off big time. And there were multiple times when Showtime, they presented a budget, and he was like, "I quit."
He's like, "Yeah, right. That's impossible."
Yeah,
Good luck.
They presented a budget, and he was like, "Not going to be able to pull it off. See you guys. Sorry.
I need a blank check, please. Thank you."
And they told him, we'll give you this much, and he was like, I can't make it work with that, so I'm going to go ahead and leave. Sorry to everybody I got to agree to come back and everything, but I'm not going to be a part of it. And like the whole cast like rallied together and was like, "Yo, we're not doing this shit without David, so you better get him whatever the fuck he needs."
Awesome.
And they basically did, they were like, "All right, how much money do you need to make this happen?" He goes, No. Tell me how much money you're willing to spend on it, and I'll tell you if it's enough.
Wow. No, I'm interviewing you, actually. Yeah. I'm asking the questions here. That's, oh my lord. Yeah, that is awesome.
I'll tell you if it's enough. And that's fucking incredible. And it ended up working out on a per episode basis. It was a relatively, for a cable show like this, or the prestige television, it ended up being pretty reasonable. Because the original envisioning of it was 9 episodes, not 18.
Damn.
And the original envisioning, like they basically gave him a budget, and they said do as much as you can with it, and what that ended up being was 18 hours of TV.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah. So
okay. Even better.
Exactly. So that's the glass box. Next one, is it future or is it past? Caden on TikTok, which you will be familiar with already, but there is more. So you got that to look forward to.
Or is it past? Yes, this we're going backwards and forwards.
One of my favorites. It's from the Fit and Nerdy on Instagram. She said, quote, "It's slippery in here." And
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Huh? It's slippery in here? Is this a room? Is this a sexual innuendo? Is this a, yeah, this could be a lot of different things there.
Yep. So those are the 4 things that I got for you as far
Wow.
as what you will not understand until later, not fully anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave me nothing. Like, my brain can go on quiet. You know, I can spin some theories, but I'm
that
not
was the
really.
point. That was the
Yeah.
point. I was like, I want to stump
can't
his
go,
ass.
man. Yeah,
I think
no.
that's literally what I said in the video when I posted it. I was like, I want to stump him. I don't want him to be able to run wild with it. Give me
It's
nothing.
Slippery in here. That's
Yeah.
That's wild. That's but wow. All the other ones, they fit the show. Already, you know. Is it future? Is it past? Yeah, I dig that one. I'm you know, in the waiting room, we got backwards speak, we got forward speak. You know, all the things. But yeah, slippery. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, yes, waiting room. I feel like is just we will wait. Is that I don't know. Is my best read of the hand position of just like it is this. Wait, no. I thought maybe I am remembering that wrong. The statue that's in like the hallway.
Yeah.
Is it making that same
No.
position? Okay, that's right. So maybe I do have the wrong read on that because I think I was thinking that it was the same, and she was just being like, "We will be in here for 25 years," and through one hand message. But okay, so yeah, no.
But yeah, that is the image we open the episode with. Cooper sitting in the red room across from Laura Palmer, who tells him, "I'll see you again in 25 years, meanwhile." And she makes the gesture with her hands. And then we fade into several images from the original show, including the girl running through the courtyard of the school screaming, the empty hallway, the camera voyeuring down it, all sorts of stuff that we saw in the first episode in the first few minutes. And then we go into the school on Laura Palmer's portrait, where once we hit a certain zoom, the music kicks in and we are back, baby.
Bow, 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 bow. Oh yeah, it's let's fucking go.
Incredible music, incredible song. Love the way this plays out. Great re-immersion, as it were.
Yeah,
but
I feel like I'm getting hypnotized every episode with the spinny black optical illusion.
Yeah, the chevron floor. We love those. We love those.
Was he just sitting in a dolly, just spinning hella? You know, did he tie the camera on a string and just
the red
let it
room
go?
set is fucking awesome.
I want to see the behind. I want to see how that spinny shot of the floor was done, and if Lynch was just in a I don't know what that contraption looks like, or if it's just him with a steady cam mount. I don't know. But yeah, the production value is crazy. Like, I don't know, on a different level
it's a different level.
Yeah.
You know, we are not, again, like I said, not made for TV anymore.
Yeah, bro's got a
and
helicopter
that begins
now.
immediately here, where 25 years later, an aged Cooper without his FBI lapel pin sits across from a man resembling the Giant. The Giant points his attention to a phonograph, which produces a strange scratching sound. He says, "Listen to the sound." He listens.
Yeah.
You hear the. And then he says, "It is in our house now."
Yeah.
Cooper says, "It is. It cannot be said aloud now." He then tells Cooper to remember 430 and Richard and Linda. Two birds with one stone. You are far away. And Cooper
poof.
disappears.
Yes, and weird effect, and I understand, but he understands. You know, he got everything that he needed to know.
He thinks he does.
I don't understand. Let me, 430. Is this my best guess right now? April 30th. A date. And Richard and Linda. Richard Dick Tremaine? Richard? I don't know. You know, Linda? I don't know a Linda. But then the two birds, one stone made me think that it was the two people that were murdered, and woman head, man body, but then their names are different. It's like Ruth, and I don't know if they know the guy yet.
They have not. They have not said who the guy is yet.
But yeah, Ruth Davenport, I think, is
Yep.
the girl. So like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's referring to this still or something, or there's murders like this, more murders like this or something.
Right.
I don't know. But nothing.
4:03. It could also be a time, 4:30.
4:30. Mm-hmm. So that, very, but yeah, and yeah, 4-3 to say it 4-3-0.
How about it is in our house now?
Yeah, Bob is my, I don't know, like the four, there is a it's in our house now. Like, it just feels, and like we can't, like and it's not to be said aloud, we can't talk about it. It's in our house, but we don't talk about it. It feels like
sort of
like we got to be careful. Bob is here. He knows, I don't know how much control Bob has over them, but I feel like they all just, they're all on kind of the same playing field in that realm, whatever.
right.
But they all just have their own twisted and I don't know, different things they want to do. It feels like they're all very individual, but they all affect the same world at the same time. If that, but definitely seems Giant is anti-Bob, and trying to still keep Coop on the path of hopefully defeating Bob or fixing whatever went wrong in the first place. So that's, I guess, what I feel about he's in our or it's in our house now.
It is not in our house now.
Okay, it. So yeah, it feels
also
like,
interesting. Just a fun little note. The credits that roll at the end.
Yes, go back to the noises.
They go back to the noises, and the gentleman known as Carl Stryken, the name there is credited as question mark.
What?
And that is the man who played the giant.
Who do you think that is there? Is anyone that I'm seeing actually who I'm fucking seeing? I used to think, I guess, more of this in the real realm, as like people think that's a human, but actually it's Bob or someone else in them. But I guess can it go the other way? I don't know.
Could it indeed? But yeah, so credited as question marks right now.
I didn't watch or go or read the credits. I guess I wasn't paying attention at all. I was more of why are we back listening to the same sounds?
Oh, you'll hear this so much.
Yeah, whatever the fuck is what? Like, it's slippery in here? It sounds slippery. That's a slippery sound, I guess. I don't know. But that, yeah, I'm, as far as, cause Coop was even listening to it and he was like, huh? Like his facial reactions, he's like, huh?
And Kyle MacLachlan, like, nope. Man. What a treasure. That guy is so fucking good. Like, it's insane how good he is. It was so nice to see him back this far along in his career as Agent Cooper. But, yeah, so Bob. Really enticing immediately with the black and white photography and kicking us off with such a elusive moment.
Yes, you hear the giant say, Agent Cooper, and then I was like, fuck yeah! I'm like, show me the man! And then, so we have his good, we still have Coop. Am I just supposed to call him Bob right now? Evil Coop? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it is just Bob. I feel like Evil Coop feels a little better right now. I don't know. We're just bad Coop, bad boy. He's fucking... I don't know.
I'm going to refer to him as Otis does later in the episode.
Oh, Mr. C?
Mr. C.
Mr. C. Okay, yeah.
Mr.
I like
C.
that.
Mr. C.
Mr. C. Okay, so But yeah, I'm going. He's getting my performance to be able to, to go back and forth between the two.
The image of Kyle MacLachlan as the bad guy is really, really cool. I like watching him, and his eyes look fucking terrifying. I love whatever they're doing with them. Making them all black is a great choice. I love that. But we'll then cut over to the town of Twin Peaks, where we watch a truck arrive at a cabin in the woods. And a gentleman named Joe delivers a package to Lawrence Jacoby.
Joe. Good old Joe. There's a lot of Joes everywhere in the world.
Joe's all over the place, baby.
Yep, we're everywhere. We're delivering shovels. What is it? Is he burying people? What does the dude need 3 shovels for? But working alone. It's not like he's or maybe he's saying that just to but yeah, this is a weird delivery. I don't know. What are you doing in your spare time, Jacoby?
Be suspicious of Jacoby, please. Keep
I
it coming.
I always was, and then at the end of the original run, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, man, I had Jacoby in my box of potential murderers, or like for quite a while. He entered in episode 5 of season 1. No, 4 is when I first put him in there. And then he was in there for quite a while. Yeah, literally up until 2 episodes. No, the episode before the reveal happened. So yeah, that's kind of awesome. But yeah,
he stuck with you the whole time. But yeah, so Jacoby's still on your radar for something. These shovels, that's a strange to get a delivery of just a couple shovels, like, and we're so secluded out here. I love that he takes off a pair of sunglasses and it reveals his typical glasses. I love that.
Yeah, he's got, I at first, I guess, thought that this was Dogwood Canyon or whatever, the house that Coop was gonna buy.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like a trailer, actually, is like where he's living. It didn't look exactly the same, but I thought at first this was gonna be like Coop doing something, but then I guess this is just Jacoby. I don't know if we ever saw, I guess, where Jacoby lived originally. But like we saw his office.
We saw his office.
And that's what I remembered. So I was like, did he? I don't know. Very, very different vibe. This is not where I expected him to live. I guess, and maybe I don't know. It's been 25 years. I guess things could have happened. Maybe he's
probably been banned from the medical community. At this point, I hope anyway.
Yeah, he's not the best he's not a doctor. So yeah,
it's crazy when you're watching a show like Twin Peaks and all you're thinking is, man, everybody in this town needs therapy, but their best option was Dr. Jacoby. So it's like, you might as well not go to therapy.
It's even worse.
Yeah, you might as well not go to therapy. But we'll head to New York City. Very different from Twin Peaks. We are, and dude, the images of New York are fucking gorgeous.
How the fuck did he do I get the helicopter of just the skyline, but then the rise up into the brick building that we go into. How the fuck did he do? Was that real? Was that in camera?
No, I do not think so. Okay, I think that's visual effects, because I also don't think this is a real building in New York.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
but the fact that it's real enough, but also I think it for me, it activated the uncanny valley thing. I know that's usually with faces, but like it happens with stuff like this. I was like, there's something weird about it, and I like that is part of Lynch's thing, is like being like, this isn't what this doesn't look the way it's supposed to look, but it looks perfect, and there's kind of this weird, I don't know, it's great, and I think just the specifically the helicopter shot though is fucking. I know that like people capture New York and the skyline and the city at night very effectively, but there was something really ethereal about the way he captured it here, and I really, really dug it. But and that's not just me glazing Lynch. I genuinely think it looks gorgeous.
It's the movement. It's like you are a god flying through and looking over. You're not just stationary and it's panning. You're like flying over it yourself. I felt like you are. I don't know. It was.
I also feel like we always see New York skyline at like a perfect angle where the skyscrapers jut up against the sky versus looking, or we are straight above this kind of having that like aerial angle on it was nice.
view.
But
Yeah. Yes.
regardless, in New York, Sam Colby watches a glass box with cameras pointed at it. He changes the SD card in one of the cameras when an intercom calls for him to do so. He sits back down until he is called out for a delivery from Tracy Barbarato, who has brought him coffee. She asks him to go back into the room with him, but the security guard watching says he cannot. And Tracy wants him bad.
Yes. Yeah. Or just wants in that room bad, one or the other, or both. I think
given the way the rest of this episode goes, I gotta assume, like, I thought maybe that was the case, but I don't know. I think she just wanted him real bad, which, good for Sam. Tracy Barbarato is a fine-looking woman. That is a lovely lady.
Whoa. Yeah, that was, I didn't know we were going there.
Another really good indicator of how different the show will be tonally is that there will be sex scenes, which is something that's not allowed on network TV.
Yeah, and, but yeah, this, it's still... All the shots are so slow. You spend so much time,
and you got that like rumbling. The soundscape always kind of being like.
Yes, there's machines everywhere. There are.
Yeah, like always constant whirring. I love, and again, that's why I think Eraserhead is this show's best comparison as far as aesthetics are concerned. Visually and sound wise, everything. I mean, and whenever we get to the weird fucking demon thing in the box, like those are the vibes you're getting. But regardless, when he puts in the code to re-enter the room, she tries looking over his shoulder, but he catches her doing so and is like, "Tracy, you bad girl."
Yeah, try me. You're right. She's I don't know. She's either playing it up just to be like, "Hey, I'm giving you the sexy eyes because I need in that room." I don't know.
Well, if she needed in that room for some reason, it doesn't pay off, Yeah, and
it could just be morbid curiosity. It's a top secret project, room you can't allowed into. Anyone wants to know, But then, and then added layer of I don't know. At least there is some sexual attraction between the two. Yeah,
maybe I could fuck this guy too. That'd be great.
There we
go. Tracy leaves and agrees to come back the next day with some more coffee. And Sam goes back into the room with his coffee, sitting back down to watch the glass box. And that is it. For now. We'll then head back to Twin Peaks, where at the Great Northern, Benjamin Horne tells Beverly Page to give a refund to Mrs. Hausman for her 2 nights of her stay after a skunk was in the hotel.
Yeah. Yes. Good old Ben seems to be a little, is he actually... seemingly somewhat good now? Is he just the facade still up there?
Well,
I don't know.
I think it's come a little more. The way it seems to me is that he faked it until he made it, and I don't mean that to say that he's like a saint now.
Yeah,
but like now he's a normal guy.
Yes. Yeah. And is this? He's kind of like a cute old man. Like, I don't know. He's just like an old guy
I really
now.
like Richard Beymer. I love Ben
like,
Horne in this season, man. I really do. And
so, yeah, I don't want to like him, I still...
No, Benjamin Horne's still a scum of the earth, or at least he was. But, I like the idea that we can all get better, and Ben Horne...
just seeing him old, too. Seeing everyone old is just like, I don't know. Man. Like, and so, But yeah, it's nice.
25 years is no short time, Like
that's me. That's a whole me
it's a whole
right
me.
Now. That's crazy. Whole 10% of the United States of America, and possibly the last 10%. But hey, no, that's okay. We're
okay.
No,
but
we're okay. Jerry.
We also see Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry enters loudly and Ben introduces Jerry to Beverly. And dismisses Beverly. And Jerry sits down, and the brothers briefly talk about Jerry's new business adventure, which is weed. The man stays stoned.
Yes,
which is good. I'm
currently
tripling
the profits.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, Jerry. Yes, it's I don't know. This was awesome. That this is actually Jerry's storyline.
I'm currently rolling on an indica sativa hybrid that I put into this jam, and I love that it stimulates creativity. creativity and just like his whole. I love Jerry, man. Jerry he's only gotten better.
Yeah, before,
big fan of David Patrick Kelly. I love these guys.
It wasn't explicitly that they were stoned or like they never mentioned weed, but it was very clear. You know, they were
obviously
they
high
always had their
the
food. Yeah, and then but now it's like he's full blown fucking stoner guy now, and yeah, it's awesome.
Well, and they're in the Pacific Northwest where it was like very quickly normalized, so like it makes sense that in Washington. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get in on this shit."
Oh yeah, but the mountain towns, they love.
I love that Ben
weed.
is like, "It's a good thing you're not in the hotel business anymore," and he's like, "You're goddamn right. It's a good thing I'm not in the hotel business anymore, man." Oh, dude, Jerry,
yes.
Jerry and his fucking binoculars. We'll get there. Lucy Brennan sits at her desk at the Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department, and a man in a suit comes, wishing to speak to Sheriff Truman. Lucy's like, do you want to speak to Sheriff Truman or Sheriff Truman?
Huh?
It could make a difference.
Yeah,
and he's like, I don't know. I just want to speak to Sheriff Truman. And she's like, which one? It could make a difference. And
Lucy, what's going on? I don't know. This is not how you explain. You know. If someone obviously doesn't know that there's two Sheriff Trumans,
you got to elaborate a little bit. You got to elaborate a little bit, but that wouldn't be part of the show.
It all can't be said aloud now.
It all cannot be said aloud now. That is exactly right. But I will remind you, as I alluded to at the end of either last week with the missing pieces or the week before with Fire Walk with Me, Michael Ontkean retired from acting.
Yes.
And is not back as Sheriff Truman in this.
Yes. Is this the in-universe way of being like, well, yes, one is sick. Is he the sick one or is he just fishing? You know, he's retired, he's a fisherman now. The other one's just sick, not in the office. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, so is it just that, an actor switch?
Or is there something more? Yeah.
Or did he have a kid, 25 years? I don't know.
And we deal with a show where there's a bunch of doppelgangers and shit. Is this something like
true.
that, But regardless, he gives her the card, and as she looks down to store it, the guy like runs out of the building, which is so fucking funny.
Yeah. So, but about insurance, okay. How vague? What? I don't know.
This is hysterical, and I told you this. I don't know that I've expressed it in these first 30 minutes. I rewatched The Return within this last our break recording wise, prior to jumping in because I'd only seen it once. So I got it in a second time to come in a little fresher, so I can make a few more of those allusions and like those sorts of jabs that I like to get in, a little bit fresher on it, so I could remember precisely. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, man, you will watch this show over the course of these next 18 weeks. And we would be able to cover it again. we would be able to go back to the beginning and cover all 18 parts again. Like that's how dense the show is.
The Eraserhead effect.
Like we could do that. And I think that there's just so much that happens that like coming back to this point, this insurance man is never in the show again. This is to set up the idea that there's another Truman. Mm-hmm. That's all that's all this scene serves to do, is to go, which Sheriff Truman? And that's it. There's nothing else that comes of this, which is, I think it's a fucking hysterical and great way to try to set something like that up. But we'll move on. With Mr. C, with one of the coldest needle drops of all time, by the way. The Muddy Magnolias song here, the
whoa. Yeah.
Fucking sick.
In the woods, it's black. He's just driving his
car
fucking
lights.
Mercedes Benz, bro. Bro's got the Benz out in the woods. I mean, okay, I see where the budget money. I see where I see. He didn't spare any expenses. But that's, I mean, goddamn. C, yeah, bad boy, Mr. C,
Mr.
coming out.
C's got some fucking
looking-
dough to roll in, and man,
Damn.
he pulls up to this house, walks on up, where he
Mhm.
immediately incapacitates a guard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just
He goes
one
inside
punch.
where he greets Otis.
Mm-hmm.
In the room are also a thin man and a small man in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Oh, sure. Just
Yep.
they're over
Just,
Mhm.
yeah, more Lynch type stuff that, is it important? I don't know.
there. And Coop.
Does it
Coop
add to the
seems-
environment? Absolutely.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that. And the guard re-enters to try to sneak up on Mr. C, and Mr. C swings up, hitting the bottom of the shotgun,
Yes.
and it hits him in the head, knocking him unconscious.
Mm-hmm. Bro has the force vision. He's
What I love about this first episode and about this show is that while the first 2 seasons, you mentioned that it was a little bit more conventional television. You even
Mhm.
mentioned a sort of situational comedy aspect.
Mhm.
It was much more normal funny.
Yes.
This is very deadpan funny. Like,
Yeah.
this is fucking hysterical. And the moment
Mhm.
later with the groundskeeper at the apartment complex,
Mm.
he's like, am I okay to go now?
Yeah.
Like that whole thing.
Mhm.
Am I free to go
Yes.
now? Like all of that's so funny. The lady that lives next door is like, so there's so much in this show that while this season is much more Fire Walk With Me in tone, it has some of the funniest moments across the entire series. And this is
Mhm.
one of those for me. But yeah,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
C knocks this motherfucker out and he's like, Beulah.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Beulah. Otis just chilling there, Otis is just drinking his moonshine, sitting in his
Otis.
chair.
Hell of a fella.
Yep.
Hell of
just-
a fella, played by Redford Westwood, who is a pretty good actor. I've seen
That's a
you've probably seen him in
cowboy-ass
plenty
name.
of stuff.
Holy
Um,
shit. Redford, what? Redford?
Redford
What was it?
Westwood.
That is insane. That is an amazing name. Yeah, that's I don't know. Seems like it's coming out of the straight old west, but yeah. What you said? I would have seen him in what?
Something. I mean, he's just a working
See.
actor. He's been in plenty of stuff, but
Hmm.
regardless, Beulah enters and he's like, Beulah, are Ray and Daria back there, Beulah? You got them somewhere in here, Beulah? And Beulah's like, yeah, maybe I do. And he's like, you need better security, Beulah.
Yeah.
And
Put something better at your front door.
Beulah.
What the-
I like how much he says Beulah also.
Yes. He always says
repeats her name
everyone's
a
name.
lot.
Mhm. And Otis, and anyone he's talking to, whoever the two people are, let's go. It's but Beulah, he's
Beulah. And then Ray and Daria emerge from this back room and they go with Mr. C, and thus concludes this first interaction with
Daria.
the evil Coop.
Okay, are they just going to have a fun time, or what's is this a brothel whorehouse of sorts? Is this I'm so confused as to I don't know. Is this a business? Is this a waiting room esque? In the
It
reality,
gives you, like the room itself had similar vibes to their convenience
above shop.
store above the.
Mm-hmm. So that was it. He drove up to it, I guess. So it felt like a real as real can get.
It is. It is real.
But,
I'm not gonna. I won't keep that from you
Mhm.
because this is. We will get to stuff where you'll go, oh, that's not real.
yes, but,
whenever we enter a realm that's like not right, you will know that that's happening.
But his look, Mr. C, the snake
Mr.
pattern,
C.
the leather jacket, the black hair. Yeah, God, I mean, come on now, the hair, Hawk. I don't know what it was, about Hawk, but I'm glad that it's not, now the realization is like he's the anti fucking Bob, he's fucking like God. I feel like, you know, the closest living creature on Earth right now to God is Hawk to me. Right now, he's white hair. You know, he's pure. And Loglit. You know, we got. He's important. He's searching for Coop. He might be the one to pull him out. I feel like now, you know, a little bit, and so I'm really really interested in Hawk. Love the hair.
This is one of
and black.
This
hair.
is one of the things that I actually think pays dividends from Michael Ontkein not wanting to return.
Is
that
to put Hawk on more of
Hawk
a
is a
spotlight.
much bigger part of the show now.
Yeah. He's Chief Deputy Hawk. Was he just Deputy Hawk before, or was he already?
He was not Deputy
Hawk?
Chief. He's second in command around there now, which is like officially. And I think he was before, but now there's like there's a certain air
like he
to
got
him.
a promotion a little bit.
It feels more important. Which I really, really appreciate because Michael Horse is a really talented actor, and I think he does a great job as Hawk. And he was always not always shortchanged, but he was always just kind of there eventually in the show, and I appreciate that he has a stake in this, and that feels right for Hawk. Regardless, I like where your head's at. I like that that's coming around a little bit for you. Yeah, love me some Hawk. Love Hawk. So, and we will get to Hawk. We will see him later, but we'll then head back to New York where Sam changes another camera's card and is brought another delivery of coffee from Tracy. And when when he goes there, he finds that the guard is not present, which he notes as very, very strange.
Yeah. This is what leads me to believe Tracy's got a little more going on. You know, that she made this. She realized, the security guard's the only thing stopping me from getting up there. All right, see you later, security guard. I'm getting up there. So it could just be a simple, she wants to, I don't know, just have sex, I guess. But I don't know. There's always something more going on in this show. But is this weird that this job, if call it a job, is kind of weird that Sam has right now? It seems so boring and like that it would suck, but there's like 2% of my brain that would absolutely love this as a job. Something that is so simple, you know, that I don't really have to think what, you know, obviously the demon that comes out. No, if I knew that was, you know, whatever. But if it was just like, all right, chill, look through this portal hole into New York City and just change some SD cards over some time. I don't know. It's like, I don't have to, there's zero stress, you know, it feels like I don't have to really think that hard. I would just have to, I don't know, play Sudoku or just find somehow.
I'm like, not to mention that there's cameras pointed at every angle of it. You don't even really have to fucking watch the thing. He's just doing that.
Yeah,
you know?
he just needs the, I don't know, and that's a lot of recording. You know, it's a lot of data of just nothing.
A lot of cameras.
That's so, which is, you know, they're saving even the emptiness, you know, or whatever. Is it just they're waiting for something to happen so they capture it on camera? Or is there something also important that we can't see? I don't know, but whenever it is clear to us, is there actually something going on in there? I don't know.
Right.
There are the sounds, there's the whooshy whoosh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, do we return? I don't know what happened here. Like, I guess we need to maybe just talk through the scene, I guess. So I jump in.
I'll explain what I can. Sam takes Tracy into the room. He admits that he does not know who owns the building. He hears he's a very wealthy billionaire, and says that his job is to watch the glass box for something to appear inside. Tracy asks him if he has ever seen anything, but Sam replies that he hasn't, but the person who did the job before him did. But the man refused to give him any details on what it was. They sit down to watch the box, and Sam's like, you want to make out a little? And they begin to make out, and soon after, they begin to undress and start having sex. And I love the steady cut, the editing here. It's incredible. Dwayne Dunham is cooking. The slow You know,
Mhm.
it begins, we cut to the box. You're like, oh no.
Mm.
It keeps going, we cut back to the box. You're like, oh no.
Mhm.
And then the box starts to darken, and you're like, no.
That's not good.
Not good at all. And,
Mhm.
Sam happens to look up at the right time as the box is nearly all black with a random white ghostly figure in it.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. And
pretty inarticulate, but does appear to have a
mhm. A dick.
woman.
Oh,
I was going to say breasts, so there's also that.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Is that I thought I saw a dick at one point. Maybe it was just a leg artifact, and then when it appeared clear, it was like, oh no, that's like very clearly nothing there anymore.
Those are breasts, yeah.
And then,
but there is no face. They do not. It's like a hole.
Yes,
almost.
this just felt like a sex demon. This was just, I don't know, a sex demon is how I'm gonna classify it, I guess. And the reason I think, love is in the air, or maybe, possibly, or like I felt like before, I'd always say the relationships determine things that happened in the town, and stuff like this. This feels like a very close, local experiment showing me a little bit, maybe that this is a real effect. And the reason I think Tracy might have something more going on is that Sam thinks that this is just a normal sexual encounter, but Tracy in her head might just be like, all right, maybe I want to fuck this guy, but really I'm just doing it to see what's in this room. So it's like maybe that like disconnect there is what caused this demon to be like, no, sex, no good. I don't know. Like this isn't, I don't know.
I love how much happens in your head while you watch this show.
Yeah. So, but that's, it, or it could just be, coincidental timing that the second you take your mind off of it, of course the thing appears.
Watchdog never sits, watchpot never boils, etc. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong in regards to it not being coincidental.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is very.
I think as far as Tracy's motivations and stuff, we'll never know. Super dead.
Because what the shit? Just sliced them up. Just
if
fucking...
the figure breaks out of the box and is just
and like for a second there, I'm like, are they getting sliced up, or is the thing slicing it? I'm like, what are they dying? And then I'm like, well, it's like
a lot of blood happening there.
So yeah, it was just whoa. But a thing from another realm. I see the effect. Like that is clear. This thing is not of earthly nature. Like this.
No.
So yeah, it is. I'm very. Or do we see the footage? But does this thing? I don't know. The billionaire. What is? I'm lost on what, I guess this could all mean in the grand scheme, but the love in the air thing, or just the sexual feelings in the air, I think is
right. Well, I mean, when it comes to that side of things, the billionaire, a wealthy person who is at least kind of aware of the other side, like that's why they're watching the glass box, is because something like this could happen,
true.
Mr.
C's got the dough. He's got a lot of money,
Some anonymous billionaire wants to be out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. Feels like Mr. C could be the one. He's had 25 years to accumulate wealth.
He's been cooking. Bro has been cooking. He's an FBI agent. Like, I don't know how much of the knowledge transfers, of how much, or if it's just Bob or just whatever. But no, it's like he's got he has everything at his disposal now.
Right.
And I'm wondering, like if he is this, Harvey, I think it's Harvey on the phone, or the guy we hear on the phone, where he's like threatening him, or I don't know, talking to someone else, that guy outside. Like, how far is his reach? Because if it is to New York, then South Dakota's right in the middle there, you know. And he's, I feel like he's got things all over. And yeah, it's weird. That's all like northern United States, at least for right now. I don't know. It's all just kind of up there.
Yeah.
And like a almost straight line, you know, to connect them, but not really. But yeah, that's all I can go on, I guess, of connecting. I feel like there is someone that has a reach, and setting up a lot of things, and maybe he's going by different aliases, in each town or something,
Right.
To I don't know, it's a good system to know, like, oh yes, I'm Harvey, and this is my South Dakota alias and stuff. But yeah, that's I don't know. All I guess I can go on now as to why he's posting up all these cameras and trying to, I don't know. But yeah, that might, I guess, one possibility so far. But
Yeah. All right. Well, then we'll head to Buckhorn, South Dakota. Where in an apartment complex, neighbor Marjorie Green goes down the hallway with her dog Armstrong, who notices a smell coming from the apartment of Ruth Davenport. Marjorie panics and goes to her apartment to report this to the authorities. Police officers Olson and Douglas arrive to investigate. One of these cops was in the show Zoe 101 as Dean Rivers. I don't know if you remember that.
The older one, or like the senior cop, or
yeah, the senior cop. He was the
God.
principal of PCA.
Oh my God! I was like, I don't know what it was, but there was something familiar about one of them.
Dude was Dean Rivers. Actually, fun fact, was the first guy I'd ever heard. Was the first guy that had ever made a reference, and therefore was the first person to ever say something that made me hear of Donald Trump for the first time. Because in that show,
Really?
they say he fires somebody. He goes, "You're fired," and he goes, I feel like Donald Trump. And that was the first time I'd ever heard
Donald Trump was from Zoe
from this fucking guy.
101
Was this
as a
fucking guy?
principal. Wow.
Yep,
That's-
Dean Rivers. Either Officer Olson or Douglas. Don't know which one. One of them. But
Wow.
they ask about any individual that may have had a key to Ruth's apartment. And she's like, oh, you know, the building manager, you know, sometimes when he's out of town, he leaves him with his brother. But Hank's out of town. I don't know where Hank is. Or I don't know where Harvey is. And they're like, okay, well, then let's call a locksmith. She goes, oh, Hank might know. And they're like, okay, who's Hank, lady?
Oh my God. And
It's kind of hilarious how not fictional Marjorie is. As far as type of person, when you start, if you ever have the pleasure of working in a customer facing line of work, you meet Marjorie's almost every single fucking day, dude.
Yeah, it was, oh my Lord, it's like Lynchian, but also not at all. This is just
exactly.
actually
It's extreme. Don't get me wrong. It is an extreme version of this person.
Oh yes, I love just the cops being like, "Who's Hank?" Or like, "Who's
they're
this
like,
now?"
all right,
And like,
let's
like, what
let's
the
walk you
fuck
through
is-
it. Like yesterday, I'll give you this example. Yesterday, I was at work. I'm a waiter, for those who don't know. Well, I'm a restaurant manager, but I have to do a lot of waiting tables. And this lady points at something on the menu and goes, "Now, what's this?" And I tell her exactly what the menu says. Word for word, exactly what the menu says, because everything has the ingredients right below it. I was like, she asked about our garlic ricotta cheese crust. What's that? I went, well, it usually comes on our St. Louis or original hand-tossed dough, and which is the first line it says. I was like, it's got garlic ricotta. It's got garlic cloves in it, some ricotta cheese, some spinach, and, you know, we top it with our cheese, and we throw it through the oven, and we deliver it to you. And she was like, oh, that sounds good. What kind of cheese? I'm like, well, it's our three cheese. It's you know, I'm like, it is. I'm reading the menu to you at this point, dog. Like, let's put our minds to use, okay? I know you can read.
Yeah, she just needed to hear it out loud.
Exactly. And so, like, that's why I'm like, and not obviously the exact same kind of person Marjorie Green is, but like the same kind of like, all right, I'm going to hold your hand while I tell you this, okay?
Yeah, and she literally has the key on her.
Literally has the key. Do you think she could be out of town?
Yeah.
Fucking outstanding. But regardless,
yes.
they ask, they're like, where do you think we can find Hank? And she's like, oh, I'm not sure, but let's see. They find Hank, who thinks they are on a call for a crime he committed.
Yeah, and he has a trash bag and a other bag of something, and two dead bodies in another room very close by. I mean, this felt like he's taking out the trash,
right?
But
he is the building's maintenance man, you know.
Yeah,
there is
and
that.
These bodies seem to have been dead long before. Like this was not right now.
No, he didn't just leave the building with their parts for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, still suspicious of Hank.
Oh yeah, Hank is inherently when you present yourself this way, where you're like, what do you want? What did I do? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little suspicious. And they're like, dude, we don't give a fuck. We're busy. Marjorie then reveals that she had a key to the apartment all along, and Olsen and Douglas search the apartment and find a dead body in the bedroom. Ah, jeez.
The fuck? The eye, though? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
as soon as I saw that, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
What is this? Yeah, what the hell? Like, yeah, just weird timing with Alien Earth here. But yeah, that was, I was like, what, what am I dealing with? What show am I in right now? But yeah, that was I don't know.
I'd forgotten this because I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but we got back. I got back around to this, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me! This is Alien Earth shit. Yeah. Yep. Ruth Davenport dead on the bed. At least her head, anyway. But Hank outside questions Harvey, believing he sent the police to him, and they discuss a deal they made until Harvey hangs up.
Yes, but no, you opted out of this one. I'm keeping this. I'm what? You opted out of what? What are we? What are you carrying out there? That's why. Like, is the eye and these other body parts, like, is that what he's talking about? Like, that these are the things they want? Very, I don't know. There was a trash bag and then just like a leather bag, and like, that seemed like a money bag, but could be anything in there. So yeah, Hank, very suspicious.
Hank, Harvey, you're on my shit list.
Yes, and Harvey, Marjorie says, is Harvey? There was one of them that was in the hospital, but not the normal hospital. And is that's Harvey's brother, or is that Hank's brother, or is that one of them? I guess
Harvey is the brother of the building manager, and the building manager is in the mental hospital. Yes,
the building manager is in the mental hospital. Okay, but still. Yeah, I don't know. Can
I tell you something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You never see Hank again. This is it. You never see Hank again.
Hank. No more Hank. So okay.
No more Hank. So it's just I want you to follow these trains of thought because it's a lot of fun, and I think it's funny sometimes letting you run wild and then being able to go, yeah, actually, this is nothing.
Hank, bye.
Yeah, Hank not in the show anymore. This was the last Hank scene.
Yes,
but I do think that there's something to be said for the fact that this is not the only moment like that. Otis and Beulah never in the show again. That was it from Otis and Beulah. There's like over 200 speaking parts in The Return. And I think that there's a lot of really interesting little spots where they show kind of that there's just a lot more happening than the scope of the show, which I think is fascinating. Like, there's like everybody's has their life and everybody's leading their existence, and Hank is so preoccupied with whatever is inevitably small time compared to
Yes.
what's going on in that apartment, but it's his whole world. You know, he's worried he's about to get crashed down upon, and you know, like you opted out. What's your deal? You know, like that like, but you know, that it matters. It means the world to him, but doesn't actually mean a lick to the show, which I think is very, very fun. And I think it's a really, really great way to show the stakes for everybody. Whatever you're dealing with is your world, kind of. And I think that's cool. But
Yes.
nevertheless, Constance Talbot investigates the crime scene as pictures are taken, and it is then that Detective Dave Mackley arrives, and they pull the sheets off the body, which instead is a large man's body that does not belong to the head.
Yeah. Okay. Weird way to murder two people.
Right.
And but yeah.
Where's that body's head? Where's Ruth's body? I gots to know.
That's very strange. You know, I guess we have a suspect later on, but it feels
Zoink Scoob.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait a minute! That's fucking Shaggy.
Yeah.
How did I not put? Oh my God!
Yeah, it's Matthew Lillard, baby.
Oh my God! Wow! It's like it. That is incredible. But it feels like to me, he just shagged. You know, maybe he just fucked the librarian. That's why his fingerprints are all over there. He just didn't want to admit that.
Yeah, like he cheated on his wife. Yeah,
he's like, holy wait, murder. Wait, what the fuck? So I kind of want to
I gotta talk to my lawyer, man.
Yeah, like,
because it also doesn't bode well for him as a suspect if he did fuck the librarian.
Yeah.
You know, like it's typically like
it's not good. But man, Shaggy, that's insane. I mean, yes, the familiarity was there, but how did I not? Man,
I can't believe you didn't. I even texted you after the episode and went, zoinks!
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I just thought it was, I don't know, I didn't.
I mean, perfectly appropriate reaction to this episode, zoinks. But, yeah, it was a reference to Matt Lillard.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Jeez. We got one Scooby-Doo actor
We got
down.
one Scooby-Doo. Yes, indeed. Yes,
okay.
indeed. But
We need Freddie
I also
Prinze
like the
Jr.
implied chemistry and history between Constance Talbot and Detective Dave Mackley. They have like a really stereotypical CSI and detective vibe where he pulls up and he's like, look at me, I wore my gloves, and she's like, oh, you're learning.
Yeah.
You know, like I love shit like that. I'm a sucker for it. This is, as far as the mystery of the show, one of my favorite elements of it. This sort of like, what happened here? How did this come to be? Because like you said, we do have Shaggy as the as the suspect number one right now. But is that true? Is that really what happened? I don't know.
Doesn't feel like it, but I don't want to. I don't know. Don't want to cut him off. I guess you could still be.
No, he doesn't seem. He also doesn't seem good. I mean, and good, I mean innocent. There's definitely more going on there. The man is in an utter panic by the end of the episode. But,
yes.
I mean, you probably would be too if you got told that your fingerprints were found all over the apartment of a dead woman.
Yeah. At the very least, this dude fucked her, you know? I mean, like, I feel, or like he's all over. Why is he in her bedroom? You know, why is his fingerprints all over her bed? Like, it's like, okay. I don't know. And the vibe he's giving off of like, oh shit,
doesn't help.
I don't want this to come out. So he's involved somehow.
You know, he's the principal of the local high school. Like he's a noted member of the community. Things could go bad for him fast if something like this follows through. But regardless, we will cut back to Twin Peaks. We're in a cabin in the middle of the woods. A fragile Margaret Lanterman calls the sheriff's department for Deputy Chief Hawk. She tells him that her log has a message for him. Quote, something is missing, and you have to find it. And it's something to do with Agent Cooper. And the way you will find it has something to do with your heritage. And Hawk being like, thank you, Margaret.
Oh.
And I love,
Good night.
dude.
Good night, Margaret.
Good
It
night,
was like,
Margaret.
oh my God, why was was just so cute and just it was so
Dude,
like,
Catherine
oh.
Coulson was a goddess. I love what she did as Margaret Lanterman, and the behind the scenes story here is that she was going to fly out to film these scenes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
because this is not her only scene. I'll also tell you that this isn't the last Margaret Lanterman scene.
mm-hmm.
But they're all like this.
Yeah. Like this was the
and-
last shooting they had.
Yes,
of her.
yes,
Like,
it is. They are all her sitting in this chair with the log
Mhm.
with that lamp in on the phone.
Yeah.
And the reason is that one of her friends who was taking care of her at this point in her life called David Lynch, called the production team, and was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, dog, she was going to fly out, and she can't do that.
Oh.
Like, she's misled you about how well she is. She if you want scenes of her, you are going to have to come here,
Damn.
and you are going to have to shoot her here." And they did. They flew out a whole crew. David Lynch directed by Skype, and they did a whole virtual production of Margaret Lanterman's scenes here.
Such respect both ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the friend
Absolutely.
to realize, like, hey, no, like she does want to do this. Like it is like she's passionate, like obviously enough to.
Oh yeah, like
but
she's
hey,
she's like not like clearly not well enough to fly, and is
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll do that. Fuck
oh,
it.
Man, that's just awesome though, and she is kind of like. Not that she's like gone already, I don't want to speak like that, but it is like the log's already like a message from beyond, a little bit.
Yeah, a little
and she's kind of, I feel like
The
now.
scene takes that tone,
Yeah.
and all of her scenes do take that tone. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's almost like I have to tell you this while I
Mhm.
can sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, it was nice. Like and like this was, I feel like, the ultimate of seeing all the actors return, and just like seeing an old Kyle MacLachlan and seeing old Hawk. It was like it's like, oh man, like they're all so grown. But this was, I don't know, this was the ultimate kind of like the sweetest kind of it all, the crux of all of them, and yeah, just so sweet, but still so crude. That log,
Oh, dude.
and the
And
wisdom.
I'm gonna give you one more piece of information just to kind of, I don't know, it will add weight to the scenes. So she was supposed to fly out the next week and shoot her scenes I'm gonna throw a day of the week out there. Like it was, she was supposed to shoot her scenes the following Tuesday compared to what she actually ended up. They came to her and shot her scenes, and that was that.
Mhm.
She passed 5 days after filming.
Oh my god, it's that soon?
Yeah, like she passed away within a week of filming these scenes.
Oh my god, it's like
And it was like a day before she was going to film the scenes according to the original production timeline too. So like it was kind of like everything happened exactly as it had to.
that's so, oh my god, that's like someone like finally seen like the relative that they just needed to see right before they, like
Dude,
they
I
knew
know.
they
It's
were
like
dying. and then-
revisiting the character
Yeah.
of the log lady, and
oh
then
my god, it
dude,
like put
no,
her
it's-
at peace, or like it was like
it puts a whole other layer on these scenes,
Oh.
and I think it absolutely determined the tone with which they portrayed them.
wow,
Like that
holy
air you're
shit.
getting off of Hawk.
Yeah,
They didn't
like,
film
good
that
night.
simultaneously.
That was their last,
you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like Hawk was literally on the phone with her. No,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
probably didn't shoot those scenes of Hawk until later.
Mhm.
And by that time, Catherine Coulson had
Oh
probably
my
already
God.
passed. And that's like just having that air of, I don't know, mourning
Mhm.
is really, really affecting. And
Oh
man, it's really moving. It's really sad,
this
but it's
show's
really,
awesome.
oh, it's
Yeah,
so
no,
good, man. It's
yeah.
so good. And that's just one of those behind the scenes things I mean, every time you see Margaret, they filmed
Yeah.
all of that right here, right then, within a couple
Mhm.
hours. And then, she passed away within a week after doing it,
Wow.
which is
Oh,
devastating.
She got her
but,
message out.
She did. She said what she had to say.
That's crazy.
And it has something to do with your heritage.
Yeah.
And good night, Margaret.
Uh-huh.
It's just that line just hit me so fucking hard on that. Like every time, whenever. Good night, Margaret. Oh, dude, it's so good. But regardless, we'll head back to Buckhorn, South Dakota, where Talbot analyzes fingerprints found at the crime scene. Upon finding a match, she calls in Detective Mackley. She confirms to him that the head does belong to Ruth Davenport, but there is no match on the body, which belongs to a male. She also says that there are fingerprints found at the scene all over the apartment, and they belong to Bill Hastings, the principal of the local high school. So Detective Mackley heads on out, goes to the Hastings home, who they are very familiar with. They're like, "Hey, Dave, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Bill, man,
yeah,
I know you're my boy, but it appears that you've murdered somebody." He doesn't say that, but he's like, "I'm gonna have to put you under arrest, Bill." Bill's like, "The fuck? Okay, no, it's fine. I didn't do anything. We're good. Don't worry, honey." And his wife's like, "Okay, well,
yeah,
we got company coming over for dinner, so if we can manage this before then, that'd be great."
This wife, I don't know. I don't know how to read. Like, it seems that she knows more. Like, she knows what's going on a little bit. My initial thought is Shaggy seems to have just cheated on his wife. I don't think he murdered and severed the head and whatever. I think that this is like maybe the wife getting back at the husband, very, very much implicating him in the crime, and framing him, and just being like, don't cheat on me. But I don't know why to murder another man, and
well, it's also important to note that Ruth Davenport is not the woman he drove home.
Yeah.
And would supposedly have had sex with.
I guess this is the librarian, but I don't know if I feel like he is lying about some things. I don't. I didn't know how much to take his interrogation as fact. But
he leaves a 45 to 50 minute gap in his activities, and they're like, how long does it usually take you to get home, Bill? And he's like, I love that moment. But regardless, we'll go back to Twin Peaks briefly before we get to that, where Hawk brings files into the conference room, and Andy and Lucy enter, and Hawk explains to them what the log lady told him. They're like, it has something to do with Agent Cooper. He hasn't been seen in over 25 years. He's never even met Wally.
Wally! Let's fucking go! My favorite Pixar movie. Name dropped right after, from Andy himself, from the fucking Toy Story owner. I don't know. This, my weird Pixar, connection that doesn't exist. But, born on the same day as Marlon Brando. I want to see Wally. He's our age, or 1 year younger than us. So that's kind of
you will fucking lose it.
Oh, interesting.
When you meet Wally, you will love meeting Wally. Wally is in one scene.
Okay.
And it is not far. Like it'll be within the next episode or two, I think. But you will love Wally. Like, as soon as you see him, you'll go, oh!
Yes.
I hope and there's a lot more of that.
I don't realize
in this show than there is in the original run of Twin Peaks, as far as like, you will see faces you recognize, because I don't know, a lot more people wanted to be a part of this, and a lot more people had the opportunity to. Like I said, 200 speaking parts. So like, even if it is for one scene, like, they'll pop in, pop out, and that's that. Like, there's a few roles that you're like, oh shit, is that this person? Is that this person? Love that, so, got a lot to look forward to. But, anywho, back in Buckhorn, Mackley interrogates Bill with Detective Don Harrison and Police Chief Mike Boyd observing, and Hastings says that he did not really know Ruth Davenport, just was the librarian at the school, and he had last seen her a couple months ago. Hastings' story lines up until there is a 45 to 50 minute gap in his activities where he hesitates and says, "Oh, I'd taken my assistant Betty home during that time after a meeting." And as Mackley writes down notes about the statement, he produces a scratching sound, which notably agitates Bill. And Bill finally nervously requests to speak to his lawyer before Mackley reveals to him that Ruth Davenport has been murdered and his fingerprints were found all over the apartment. Hastings is then escorted out to a cell and speaks to his wife, or asks to speak to his wife, Phyllis.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how to read the wife, I guess. I don't want to, like, implicate her too hard or anything, but the when they returned back to her house later on, I don't know. Like, she had a different air to her when they were, like, searching the house and everything and stuff.
Yeah, no, Phyllis has
like,
I don't know. I think it reminds me a lot of Blue Velvet in a way, which is to say that we're in this mild-mannered suburbia where everything is picturesque and it seems perfect, but this guy might have killed somebody, and his wife, again, it's that you just never know what's happening in somebody's home sort of vibe. And this like festering illness that lies below the surface. I don't know. It's a cool thing that Lynch is capable of doing with that, and I think he does it very effectively here.
But yes, this weird, like the writings, like he's this noise, I guess, I don't know, in the phonograph going back and forth like this. It seems that this is the connection somehow. And we have like a Richard and Linda, two people, two murders, two birds, one stone. Like, this is the most immediate connection that I feel like I can make from like what the giant is telling Coop. And then like to have it return back at the end of the episode, making the same noise and everything. But that noise never actually I don't know. Like the noise coming out of the phonograph wasn't, I don't know, like it seemed to be like I don't even know how to say, but yeah, this, I don't really think Shaggy is the murder. I don't know. At least right now I'm mostly in the camp that he's not murderer guy. But I don't know. I don't know why Agent Coop why it matters for him to go here. I guess if Mr. C is the one pulling all the strings, if anywhere that Mr. C is pulling strings, then Coop in the waiting room is trying to counteract all of that stuff in the meantime, maybe, or doing what he can. I don't know. But Coop, I guess the only one to speak forwards, and normally in the waiting room. And, Laura's dead. All these other people, I don't know if they're no longer in the real world or alive, but Mr. C still walks. I don't know. So I feel like, maybe that's why, or Leland was also, I don't know. No, he was dead at the time when we saw him. So, but yeah. This reach that Mr. C has, I guess, if it is him or not, is what I'm interested in. But the names that the giant said, Linda and Richard, I don't know. They're not the names that we have here at all. But yeah, it feels like that is the connection, though. But it could just be a ripple happening everywhere. But
there's a lot, there's a lot to go on here, and I'll just go ahead and hit this last scene where they go to investigate the house. They open the trunk of his car and they find a weird piece of flesh in the trunk. As the detective's flashlight flickers.
Yeah, it's okay. Weird, but sure. And what part of the body was this? Like, what?
Right.
Like, and just underneath the cooler, like, I was wondering, open up that cooler. What the fuck is there more body parts in there?
What's going on in there?
Like, but okay. So, this could still be the wife, like, planning evidence, or, Shaggy actually did some killing, and accidentally there's some evidence left. But yeah, I don't know. It seems that someone is either trying really, really hard to implicate him, or he is just prime suspect number one. This dude is not
Right.
what he seems. But it is just I don't know, his wife. That's the only thing giving me pause.
No, it's okay, Joe. You can say it. You hate women. You hate and distrust women. That's all.
It's the show. That's
it's just
what's
the
done it to
misogyny
me.
in you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
It's,
just kidding. No, of course I'm kidding. But yeah, I completely understand. There's an automatic distrust that is placed within you.
Yeah.
For everybody, basically.
I don't
this
trust
show.
any. I didn't trust Hawk, and now I think the dude's
Right.
God. So I mean, so there's I can come around,
Oh yeah, you
but-
absolutely do. Another, there are a few more things I do want to touch on because I just think that it's just such a dense show that there are some things that I won't actually touch in the scene by scene, and I might have to do a little recap at the end. For one, another one of those performers who I'm like, holy shit, that's you. Ashley Judd plays Beverly. Ben Horn's assistant. Ashley Judd is she's just been another really, really talented working actress who's been in a lot of stuff. Been working for a very long time, done a lot of great things.
Heat?
Love Ashley Judd. Love Ashley Judd. So she's in this. The corpse of Ruth Davenport, the head, is played by Mary Stoffel, which is not a name you'll know, but Emily Stoffel, her sister, is married to David Lynch, or was married to David Lynch at the time of his passing. Was one of his, well, I can't remember how many wives he had by the end, but he had several. He was a man of love.
Yes,
but yeah. So Mary Stoffel was his sister-in-law and played Ruth Davenport's head.
Okay.
Let's see.
Interesting.
Another thing I really want to touch on because I think it's fucking hysterical is Andy's fat suit. So funny.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. He was. I didn't know if it was actually him or not. So
I didn't the first time I watched it either, but upon revisiting, the rest of him is so skinny that his midsection being that large is nonsensical.
I see. Yeah.
Like his arms are still small, his legs are still small, his face is still small. The only thing that's big is his midsection, and that is so on revisiting, going into it thinking I think this is fake. It is so obviously fake.
Wow. It's 25 years. I didn't want to.
That's why they did it. Is because it's like he's one of the only guys aside from his hair who doesn't actually look like he's aged that much. He doesn't.
Looks pretty good. Good.
He does look pretty good.
Andy.
His hair's thinning a little bit. But beyond that, he looks roughly the same. And Kim. Same goes for Kimmy Robertson, Lucy. She looks great as well. But yeah. They all, I loved seeing everyone 25 years later. I think it's.
I just pulled up the oh my god, his belly is just bulging out so far. You're right.
No, yeah, like that's just obviously not actually his stomach, which is so funny.
Oh wow, man, yeah, that's awesome. Oh no.
Yeah, but so those were the three things I wanted to touch on: Ashley Judd, Mary Stoffel, and the fat suit worn by Harry Goaz there because it's so fucking funny. But yeah, that is the return part 1, and we'll be back next week with the return part 2. Do you have any last thoughts here?
I mean, I'm just so glad that we got so much more cryptic than before. I thought we were already cryptic. No, I didn't know what was coming. You were right that we've been waiting to get here. A little, and not to dismiss what I have watched. It's already probably my favorite TV show of all time, the original Run. But now I'm seeing the unfiltered.
It's a different ball game over here.
So yeah, I'm in part 1 of 18. That's awesome to know. That I got a whole lot more to go. And yeah, I'm ready to see what it all. I just need to be in the know. I need to finish this thing. I need to know. And I don't know. By the end of it, am I going to be left as I was in season 2? Is there going to be more questions at the end? Will it be resolute? But But yeah, this at least starting off here, there's a lot more questions. We got a lot of time to fill, the 25-year gap to fill, and then also what the fuck is going on right now. So there's
I will once again point you to my favorite key influence on Twin Peaks: The Return being Eraserhead.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a dream. It's a fever dream.
Yeah, we know exactly what happens at the end of Eraserhead.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah.
By the end of that, you are 100% certain of everything
Sound.
that has happened. You know exactly what has occurred.
Yes.
There's no questions left. So I think that's we got a lot to look forward to. But like I said, we'll be back next week with The Return Part 2. And I cannot wait. We've got the next 18 weeks, baby. Buckle in. And then we got a couple little goodies for you after we conclude the official run of the show. But we will get there. We will get there. But we've got a few other things going on. You can leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. I would appreciate that greatly. FirePod with Me is now available on YouTube and YouTube Music and all that stuff. So if you are interested in listening to it over there, I would strongly recommend it, and I would appreciate it greatly. Go ahead and subscribe over there. Leave a 5-star rate and review, whatever you can do there. I would appreciate it. Let's see. We have also got a movie podcast called The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS. And speaking of Eraserhead, we just covered that last Friday. And this Friday, we will be covering Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It is October, baby. It's our horror month, so we're hitting the first two weeks running with Eraserhead and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Super, super exciting stuff. So you got to stick with us there. That's CINEMENTALISTS. The Cinementalists. We would appreciate it. We have also got Geek With Me, a nerd shit podcast. Alien Earth recently came to a conclusion, and we are currently covering Peacemaker Season 2 bi-weekly. And in between there, we're going to be sprinkling in some other random stuff. I know we have the idea for like a comic book version of Frankenstein's monster, where it's like a draft format. We take 10 elements of 10 different comic book characters, mash them into one thing, and we create our super being. And I'm super excited. That'll be on Geek With Me soon. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you check it all out. And like I said, we'll be back next week with The Return Part 2.
Yes.
I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It is always a pleasure to be here, homie.
It's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, you did good. You follow human nature perfectly.